Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome or welcome back. I'm so excited to be teaching this material, and welcome to my first comprehensive beginners workshop series on meditation. This is a channel where you can learn the foundations of mindfulness practice, get tips on the ins and outs of meditation, and no matter what your level, where you can meditate with me. So if there's anything I haven't covered during the video, please leave a comment down below or send me a message on Instagram. And please, if there's anything you got out of the video, please share it with friends, please like it, and please subscribe, as I'm aiming to make it to 1,000 subscribers in the first 6 months. And I'm sure that I can do it with your help. So thank you so much in advance. That said, we're gonna go ahead and dive right in. Today we're looking at something called the 7-point practice of shamatha. So what does that mean? Basically it means what are the things that we should focus on in our posture when we meditate. And why is this important? It's important because if we know what to do with our body, then our mind can also follow suit. If our body is arranged well, then we have a good foundation on which our mind can also sort of know what it needs to do, and basically not be confused, not have any doubt of, okay, am I doing it right, or what have you. And also down the road, when we become sort of more proficient in meditation, we can sit for longer with more comfort, and more importantly, that we can sit for long periods and regardless of the period length, that we are not going to injure ourselves. Because it is possible, if you're sitting for a long time, or if you're not, comfortable, that you could hurt yourself, and that's the last thing that we want to do. So that said, let's go ahead and get started in terms of our set and our setting. So we want to be, like I said, there's kind of an emphasis on comfort. Now that's not like a champagne and caviar kind of comfort. It's just making sure that we feel good. So, as you can see, there's carpet here, but it is a wood floor that I'm sitting on. So I've got one and actually two blankets that I'm sitting on. And also I'm sitting on 2 cushions right now, but I do have this third one, as I'm a bit tall, and it's not quite enough for me to feel comfortable. So that's one thing I will say is during meditation, if you feel like your back is always slouching, there's probably 2 reasons for that. Is the first one is you might not be used to sitting up straight and maintaining that posture, but also another way, kind of a quick workaround, is elevating your hips is going to help you kind of maintain a posture more easily. And as I mentioned in an earlier video, we always want our hips to be above our knees, because that basically allows our spine to sit up much more comfortably. Hopefully we have a good surface to sit on, and we have a good amount of cushions to sit on. Last thing I'll say in terms of how we're sitting is, if sitting cross-legged is not comfortable for you, then please don't feel obliged to do that. It's totally okay to sit in a chair. Again, whatever is most comfortable for you is definitely the most important. And just 2 quick tips for sitting in a chair. You want to make sure your feet are flat on the ground, and also that you're sitting on the edge of the chair, not sitting far back, and definitely not using the back support of the chair, because we want to be sort of sitting on our own when we meditate. All that said, that hopefully we're all good and we're all set up, we're going to look at our first point of the posture, which is our legs and our hips. So this is the most important, as it's really the ground, it's the foundation on which we're growing. So there's a number of ways that we can arrange our legs. I'm sitting in this position called the Burmese, and basically what that is that both my legs are flat on the floor. So it's like the top of my foot and my shin all the way across is sitting on, or is laying flat on the ground. And basically the second leg is just going to do that same thing. It's just going to sit in front of the first leg. So that's how that looks. I've grown to really like this position. It's very easy to get in and out of, and it's just easy and comfortable for me. So that's why I love it. Another option is that we are gonna put our foot, one of our feet, in the crease of our thigh and our calf. So right where those fold, we're gonna put our foot, kind of insert our foot in there, and then we can bring our leg closer to us. And then when we've got this leg flat on the ground, just like in the previous position, we're gonna actually cover this foot with our shin. So it's like our feet are kind of folding on top of each other, exactly right on top of each other. And you'll notice you kind of sit a little bit higher when you're doing this one. And one tip is, you really want your feet to be exactly in line with the legs. Okay, and this works well for me, but the other one is just, I'm not sure, just a little bit more comfortable. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back to that. There are many other ways to sit cross-legged, but I kind of want to keep it moving, and I didn't want to get bogged down with too many of these small details. So we'll just go ahead and save it for those two for now. If you do have other questions, like I said, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them. From here, we're going to be set up for our second point of our posture, so that's our back. So now that we have a nice stable ground, we're going to allow our spine to grow out of that. And just feeling your spine, allowing it to be upright, allowing it to be erect. And if you have a nice foundation, that shouldn't be too much of an effort. We are actually built to be upright as human beings. So when we sit, there should be a kind of comfort or a stability in sitting this way. And allowing your back muscles to relax. There's a tendency sometimes for people to push out their chest because they think, oh, I have to stand up straight, or I have to sit up straight. And it's actually not really about that. See if you can, if that is your tendency, see if you can just allow your chest to fall just a little bit, just to relax those muscles. And like I said, there should be a kind of effortlessness almost to this posture. One image I love is a stack of gold coins. So just thinking of that ease and that elegance in your back. From here, we're going to our third point, which is our arms and our hands. So what I like to do is, and again, I'll give two variations for our hand position here. But with the arms, I like to let the arms just bend right at the elbow. Let everything below the elbow relax. So you're kind of doing this, I call it the puppy dog. And from here, letting your hands, putting them right over your thighs. And this is the first variation. Wherever they are, just allowing them just to fall on the thigh and just to relax. If you want to modify or play with this, you can bring your hands a little bit forward, but sometimes that kind of pulls you forward, and the same thing or the reverse for putting them back. If we put them back too far, it tends to kind of pull us back. So I think that this is really kind of the ideal. It kind of tells you with your own body's measurements where we're going to be. And the other variation on the hands is that we're going to take our right hand and make a C. And the same with the left. And then we're going to place our right fingers on top of our left ones and line up our knuckles. And then touch just the tip of our thumbs. So we make this kind of egg shape. And then similar to before, allowing our arms just to rest at the elbow. And we're placing this shape right in our lap. So far we have four points, the legs, the back, the hands. Actually, that's three. So 4 now is going to be our shoulders. So similar to The back, we don't want to push them out, but we do just want to relax our shoulders and allow them to drop, to be relaxed. This whole area usually, especially when we're stressed, it tends to kind of hike up, to become tense. So just inviting your body just to relax there, seeing how that feels. From here we go to the fifth point, which is our chin. Our back is meant to really go straight up and down, but our neck, in order for it to really extend, it's gotta drop a bit. So allowing our chin to drop, and you can feel, hopefully, the back of your neck extending, and it might feel kind of nice. And from here, the sixth point, which is allowing the tip of our tongue to rest where our top gums meet our teeth. So just placing your tip of our tongue right back there. And this is more of an energetic thing. It allows the energy to travel up the back, up the neck. And when we place our tongue there, it's said that it allows the energy to fall down, sort of like a waterfall down the front. So we have this cycle of energy. It's a little more esoteric, so not something we really need to worry so much about right now. But so I like that image. And now we come to our last point, which is our eyes. And you might find that when you drop your chin, this kind of happens very naturally. We're allowing our gaze to be just about 6 feet in front of us. And in a lot of media and movies, sort of pop culture, we always see people meditating with their eyes closed. And there's nothing wrong with that. That is, there are forms of meditation which include that, but for what we're learning today and what I'll be mostly teaching on the channel is actually we're gonna keep our eyes open. Not open in terms of wide open, looking around, it's kind of open, but just open just enough so that we're still receiving the field of vision. Open but relaxed, and very relaxed. We can actually allow our eyelids to drop halfway or maybe even more. And with that, you can also allow your vision to become a bit blurry. Let your vision become soft. But even with this more soft and relaxed vision, we are sort of reminding ourselves that we're here to be awake. We're not here to sleep. We're not here to kind of shut out the world in front of us. We're actually here to become more present. And besides that kind of conceptual base, there's also this practical thing of like, it's easier to fall asleep when we close our eyes. So that helps also prevent us from falling asleep when we're doing our meditation. So just to recap, we have our 7 points. We have the base of our legs and our hips really firmly and easily on the ground. We have our back growing up out of that foundation effortlessly. We have our arms resting from the shoulders and our hands also at rest, either in our lap or on our thighs. Our shoulders are relaxed, our neck, just letting this whole area, inviting it to relax. Our chin is slightly down, extending the neck. The tip of our tongue is touching the roof of our mouth at the top teeth. And lastly, our gaze is about 6 feet in front of us, but relaxed and soft.